Okay, y'all, welcome back to the channel, and we have an update on the F100 for you. As most of you know, we were actually supposed to fly this in the Wings Over Houston 2025 show, and when we were doing our preps right before the show, making sure everything was all good to go, we found a little bit of an oil leak that was certainly more than we wanted to go anywhere with. So we ended up canceling the F100 and replaced it with some other stuff. We still had a wonderful show and a great time, but there's no way we're going to let this thing sit on the ground longer than we can help it. So we're tearing into it, and we're working on it and getting it resolved. So, of course, we're here at the museum in Houston, Ellington Field, Vietnam War Flight Museum, and this is a Collins Foundation aircraft that we're in charge of keeping running for now. So we're doing our best with our little team of people here at the museum. And as you can see, it takes sometimes a lot of people to keep these things going. And as I always do, thank you to everybody who volunteers their time and efforts to help keep these things going. A little update, as you saw, a little bit of an oil leak as we ran it. And then, of course, we took the belly panels off. We ran it again just to get an idea of, we wanted to make sure that where we thought the thing was leaking from is actually where it was leaking from. And after that, we'll call it a successful run, because we successfully figured out that, yes, it's still leaking from where we thought. So then it's time to tear into it. Now, sometimes you can take the engine out of this and do this, but right now we're thinking that we might be able to figure this out without taking the engine out, and that's where we are right now. With that, I'm going to introduce Chris George. Most of you know him, and he's kind of leading the charge on fixing it for us. Hey, Chris.
Hello.
What do you think about this project so far?
It has gone better than what I initially had thought, looking up into that hole with all the lines and drains and tubes and everything going a million different directions. The airplane is cooperating so far. Like you said, when we ran it for Wings Over Houston, saw a little leak. We were able to stick a bore scope up in the hole and take a look at it, and found where it was leaking, where the accessory gearbox is in two halves, and they come together, and there's a gasket in between there, and there's a little artesian well bubbling up out of there. So we got to change out that gasket. First thing you have to do is take all the accessories that are being run off that accessory gear drive. So that's what you see on the table here. We have the hydraulic pump for the flight control number 2 system, the DC generator,
that's that,
and then the starter.
Cool. So as you mentioned already, most of these are all attached to the accessory gearbox in the airplane, and the reason we have to remove these is just to get to where you're getting at, right?
Yeah,
like
you
that's
have to take the front half of the accessory gear case off to get to that gasket that goes in between the halves, so all the accessories got to come off too.
Yep. So just so you guys know, and you can tell we're still very much in the middle of this, we had to take the tail hook off. As you can see, the tail hook is no longer here. Take these panels out, and I'm going to do my best to. It's dark in here, but you can look up in there. There's a lot going on in there. And so where are we now, Chris, as far as you've got all these accessories out of here?
Yeah,
what's left to do?
Yeah, we're almost about ready to take the front half of the case off. We have one more hard line that we got to get off the airplane. It's kind of buried way up high on top, of course, where you can't reach anything, as is typical on these airplanes sometimes. But once we get that hard line off, we'll be able to pull that front case off and get to the seal.
Basically, all of these are plumbed in or bolted to the accessory case, right? The accessory drive, which is why all of these accessories have a gear coming out of them, and that one's over there.
Yeah, they're run on different accessories are run on different areas of the engine. This gearbox runs the generator, the starter, and the hydraulic pump. The starter, obviously, a pneumatic starter. When you get ready to start the airplane, you call for air, it blows in there, and it starts spinning the whole engine to get the engine started. Then you get your power, and it drives the hydraulic pump as well. For starting the F100, the starter is a little bit different than what you see on like the F4 and the A4. And on the F4 and the A4, when the pilot calls for air, you flip it on and air is immediately introduced to the starter. It starts spinning the engine, and you go through the start process. The F100 started out with a starter system similar to that. That also you could do cartridge if you needed to as well.
Oh, I forgot that you could do a cartridge start.
Yeah, later on in the airplane's life, after Vietnam, the whole F100 fleet went through a lot of modification and upgrades and that kind of stuff. And at that time, they decided to change the starting system to basically what is used on the B-52, because early B-52s also used the J-57, and that's where this fancy dancy valve came in. Oh, when you get ready to start.
Let the NASA T-38 go by.
When you get ready to start, the pilot will call for air. You'll turn the air on, but then there is a button in the cockpit, a starting button, and when he presses that button, that opens this valve right here, and that allows then air to go to the starter. The engine goes through its start sequence. When the engine gets up to speed, there's a centrifugal switch in the starter that tells that valve to close and will close off the air instead of the pilot having to immediately tell the ground crew to cut the air off so you don't overspeed the starter.
So like in the A4, as you're talking about, when we start the A4, I have to tell you I want air, and I have to tell you to hurry up and turn it off at a certain percentage so that it doesn't overspeed the starter. Yep.
Yeah, this one, the engine is started and little Rick will be like, oh, you can turn off the air now.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty cool. And is this just like a cooling duct?
Yeah, this is a cooling duct, a shroud that goes around it. This end clamps onto the gearbox. This whole shroud clamps onto this right here, and there's a duct that actually comes from the inlet of the engine. Right
Oh, wow.
at the front of the engine, there's a duct at the mouth of the engine that sends air down a big long duct all the way into the front of the starter, goes through for cooling, and then it goes into this shroud right here and is exhausted overboard.
Well, I think that's a pretty good update. And what do you think as far as, let's say that it's the gasket we think it is and we get that fixed, and I know we have some air shows on the schedule.
Yes, our first air show is Shaw Air Force Base air show in kind of late March. Is its first scheduled appearance. We're working really hard to get it there. They are apparently having a Misty reunion at that air
that'd be
show,
cool.
and we really are working hard to be able to get her there for that air show.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Chris. I think that's a great update for everyone. I know a lot of people were wondering what's going on with the F100 after I made that video about us flying it at Wings Over Houston, and then during that video, we saw the oil leak. So here we are. I promised everyone a follow-up, and there you go. I hope everybody enjoyed this update.